Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for joining us today. Welcome to the Melbourne Convention Bureau's second webinar for event organisers. I'm very grateful that you could join us today. My name is Joanna Gary, and I am the Director of Corporate Meetings and Incentives at the MCB. And today we have three of our fantastic partners who are joining us today to talk to you about their venue and accommodation options. We have Showtime Events Group, TFE Hotels, and Melbourne Olympic Parks. Before we start, I would like to acknowledge that I'm working and I'm hosting this webinar from the land of the Wurundjeri people and extend that acknowledgement to the traditional custodians of the various lands that you are joining from. I pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging and celebrate the diversity of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples and their ongoing cultures and connections to the lands and waters of Victoria. It's particularly relevant in NIDOC week this week. So as I said before, we'll provide a short update to start with in this webinar, and then I'll hand over to our three partners who'll provide you with some fantastic updates on what they've got going on. As you know, we're still under some COVID restrictions here in Melbourne. Business events are yet to resume, although we have had a number of restrictions eased across the last few weeks, which is absolutely fantastic. So we are just waiting advice from the Victorian government on when we can resume business events. We do hope that that's in the very near future, but we are hearing from our valued partners that the bookings for 2021 and 2022 are particularly strong and very busy. So now is definitely the time to plan your trip to Melbourne and Victoria for your business event. The great news is that today was 12 days without us having any cases, so we're certainly on the right path to resuming those business events soon. If you have any questions throughout the presentation, please feel free just to drop them in the chat box below or the Q&A box below, and we do have question and answer time at the end, so we will get to you. Just wish to remind you to start with that Melbourne Convention Bureau is here to help you. We do have a vast array of information and help for you on our website. This includes supplier searches, sample itineraries, destination information. You can also contact us for things like site inspection arrangement. If you need specific images and videos to help promote Melbourne and Victoria, if you need maps, visitor guides, etc., please let us know. We also have a new event guide on our website for hybrid events. So there is our website is there, and also our email address. Also on our website homepage, there's an Inquire Now button where you can fill out just brief details on the event that you've got coming up, and we'll come back to you very quickly with how we can help you. This is just an example of some of the itineraries that we've got, the new sample itineraries that we've got on our website, and we are adding more of these on a regular basis. So if you do need anything, some inspiration or some ideas, it's a great place to visit on our website. Just also a reminder that AIM will be taking place next year. That's the Asia Pacific Incentives and Meetings event, known to many as AIM, as we know. It is taking place at the 15th to the 17th of March, and there's also a hybrid component as well, so in person and hybrid. If you do need any information about AIM, please visit aim.com.au, and we'll also send out some information to you in the post email after this webinar. MCB will also be conducting a short survey in the near future to our national event organisers. We're really keen to hear from you about what you think Melbourne can do as far as a business events destination, what the best things are, what could do with some improvement, etc. It really is about helping us, helping you hold your events in Melbourne and Victoria. So I believe that we'll have a few prizes for filling those surveys out. So we'll send out a link in the near future to our database, and it would be greatly appreciated if you could fill in. It's just a short survey, but it will really help us with your advice and support shape the future of business events in Melbourne for the domestic market. I'd now like to hand over to Abby from the Showtime Events Group, who will talk to you about the myriad of options they have for business events. Thanks, Abby. Abby, you're just on mute.
Thank you very much. Sorry for that. I'll just get us up and
No
start.
worries.
So, hello everybody. As Joey mentioned, I'm from Showtime Event Group. Excuse me. We are a Melbourne-based catering and event management company, which is something it's been a little rough to be over the last few months. As fellow planners, you'll all know, we're definitely on our way out, and I'm very excited to be here today to learn as a fellow planner with you, and also to share what we've been up to, how we've been able to help, how we'll be able to help moving forward, and some of the things we've learned over the last few years. So I'll start off with a little video. We're predominantly known for our social events and creative conferencing and sort of outside the box thinking. Here's a little bit of an intro into some of the fantastic events we host. Right, lovely. Thank you very much. So that's just a bit of an idea of some of the things we get up to. So we pride ourselves on a suite of unique venues. We actually started as a single venue in South Wharf in 2012, Showtime Events Centre. And through our reputation for attention to detail and delivering event experiences, we quickly acquired Cargo Hall. We began to host promenade events right on the doorstep of the convention centre for up to 5,000 people, broadening our unique offering further by taking over the old Melbourne Jail in 2018 and the State Library Victoria 2019. And a personal favourite, we are currently just starting up events at Ripponlea Estate now that we're free to do so. So as I mentioned, a dinner, I think we've very far moved on from the time when people wanted to come to a dinner and just sit towards. So we offer a range of experiences based around the unique nature of our properties and Melbourne as a city. So you can get locked up at the jail, you can go onto the roof of State Library, you can have a trip down the Yarra ending in a dinner, and we can arrange all of those things for your groups. First and foremost, we started as a caterer. We have an excellent food and beverage offering. We take that to all of our sites and price it the same across all of our sites. During the time of restrictions and opening up, we've really found a love of that again in terms of delivery and taking catering to other people's venues and other people's homes, which is something we will definitely continue and build upon. End-to-end event management, I suppose, is one of our points of difference. For all of our bookings, we have a dedicated event producer. As planners yourselves, you may need to use them, you may not, but they're there to offer assistance with booking Melbourne-based suppliers, entertainment options, venue styling, and just to give a real insight into what has worked and what works well in the chosen venues and menus. The focus so far very much on social events because they're very fun, but when we began to become the exclusive partner of the State Library, really opened up some amazing opportunities to look at conferencing, as well as having unique venues, the ability to create beautiful day delegate packages reflective of health and mental health and sustainability. And the fantastic overhaul of the library itself as part of their 2020 vision program means that it's fully integrated with audiovisual equipment, which makes it a lot more affordable for people who are used to going to those traditional style venues. So here we are, based around town and able to facilitate transport and things as required. just a little look at some of our venues there. As you can see, that Melbourne is full of hidden gems. And right on with our Southwall Promenade right on the doorstep of the convention centre, it's really easy to step just outside and do something really unique and special. In terms of curated experiences also. Now, it would be remiss not to mention COVID-19 and how we think as planners that has changed what we do and will change what we do. In short, we don't think it's not going to change people's requirement for face-to-face events. It is going to change the way that they're integrated into programs, particularly for associations, potentially smaller groups. So from our perspective, we're just looking at our venues in a slightly different way. They're fantastic spaces across town, which are suitable for smaller groups. For example, State Library Victoria, where previously the demand would be for the 450 capacity Ian Potter Queen's Hall. We're now looking at tours up to the roof and small lunches of 30 on the 6th floor with a back of house experience. So smaller groups doesn't necessarily mean less exciting events. And again, with the experiences, if it seems highly unlikely that 2,000 people will be mingling for welcome events anytime soon here in Melbourne. So taking smaller groups, but really taking the time to improve their networking experience. We're offering cooking classes, tours, and a number of bespoke options. And then, of course, experiences online. There will be a requirement for large groups of people and welcomes. So how we take those, we've been doing a lot of work in the online events arena. I speak for myself, I'm not terribly tech savvy and I'm completely over the standard Zoom meetings, as I imagine a lot of us are. So we've been working with AV companies and our normal face-to-face entertainment suppliers to create bespoke experiences in which 2,000 people can participate without losing their attention or feeling that they're online in any way. Biosafety is not perhaps the most exciting topic, but something that we do all need to be aware of, whether we are planning on behalf of colleagues, clients, or ourselves. We do need to keep everybody safe when we come back face to face, and every venue does need to address that. And AV, as I mentioned, our State Library has fully integrated AV. I don't believe, in our experience with the enquiries that are coming through, as Joanna mentioned, for the next few years, there are smaller groups on site, but there will now be, of course, moving forward, a requirement for hybrid events to have a number of people join from home. For those of us who have had to learn a lot about this very quickly, part of our planning service is State Library and has fully integrated AV, as do Showtime and Cargo Hall. And we are able to take care of online platforms logins through our preferred suppliers, because the trust, we always, as planners, we always have to have ultimate trust in our AV providers, and moving forward more than ever. So yeah, there we go. It's exactly the same venues, but how we're looking at them differently. We're looking at how we can utilize external areas, which we're lucky enough to have a lot of. We're looking at parts of the venues and precinct where we can take smaller groups for truly unique experiences, and interactive experiences as opposed to just the formal sit-down entertainment as we would previously have done. And as I mentioned, our event producers are always here to help with any element of the planning with their Melbourne-based knowledge and real passion for outside-of-the-box thinking. Speaking of outside of the box thinking, for those online events, which I mentioned, we have been working with great success to bring to life certain events which were scheduled, which needed to proceed. And also now people are realizing that while the virus is active, they will need to consider these online options and how they can bring them to life in a fun way. So we've been hosting online awards dinners, a variety of themed evenings. We, rather than just delivering food hampers, attendees are encouraged to cook along with our chef. You'll see we've had celebrity chefs come in to host. During the meeting breaks, there's live entertainment or activities. Everything is delivered to the door, beautifully branded, with an opportunity to co-brand for planners and to include any personalized notes. Again, we look after the online platform whereby people order and submit their dietaries. And we have an on-site studio where I am at the moment, should anybody wish to have more technical AV setup than just Zooming from home. So last bit from me, as we're close to time, biosafety. It is an extremely important topic. It is what is keeping us safe, and it is how we will be able to continue to come out of this lockdown period. Much as everybody, we have a number of complementary services. We have a dedicated COVID marshal who'll be ensuring that surfaces are wiped down regularly. We have plans in place to contact trace and make sure that everyone's on site, which is very easy to do for business events. And your producer works with you to determine floor plans and things like that. But here's just a little quick overview of some of the, oops, apologies for that. Here we go. Lovely. So that's from me. Thank you very much. Just an overview of who we are, where we've come from, where we're going, and how we can help and share planning with you over the coming months and years. It's now my absolute pleasure to hand over to Christina Guevara, Shanoz Bakshay, apologies, Jacqueline Lycan, who are from TFE Hotels, who are going to share their story with us also.
Thanks, Abby. We love your venues and congratulations. Looks beautiful. Well, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Shanoz and I'm head of sales for TFE Hotels. Joining me today is Christina, who heads our MICE team, and supporting Christina is Jacqueline in the MICE space. Well, firstly, a big thank you to Melbourne Convention Bureau for organizing this forum for us. The last few months, there's no doubt, has been very tough for all of us, but it's good to see borders open up and us getting free to get about to doing our normal business. From a TFE perspective, we've been pretty busy over the past few months. Surprisingly, we've launched 2 new hotels in the market. Just 2 days ago, we launched Adina South Bank. We're bringing a new brand into Melbourne early next year, which is Quincy Melbourne. So it's all happening in the TFE world. We've shot a video for you and we would like to share more information through. Here's our video on TFE and what's happening in the Melbourne world.
What a year, and what a time to be in hospitality and events. During lockdown, TFE has been busy launching 5 new hotels and a new food and beverage brand, Belvedere, throughout Australia and New Zealand. And we'll open another 3 new hotels by the end of the year. As you know, we have a portfolio of 5 established hotel brands: Adina Hotels, Vibe Hotels, Travelodge Hotels, Rendezvous Hotels, and Collection by TFE Hotels. And we will be shortly introducing Quincy Hotel Melbourne, the very first time the Quincy brand will debut outside of Asia. It's exciting times. Plus, we've opened Vibe Melbourne and Adina South Bank over the past months, bringing our total to 11 offerings for convention delegates, in-house conferencing, events and incentive groups in Melbourne. So let's take a look at what you missed while you were social distancing. Vibe Hotel Melbourne, TFE Hotels' new kid, takes prime position on the corner of Queen and Flinders Street. The hotel boasts 206 hotel rooms, including 23 suites and 3 versatile function spaces featuring natural daylight and built-in AV to accommodate up to 100 delegates in theatre style. Here's why we love it. Vibe Melbourne offers nothing short of a window into the city's soul, marrying Melbourne's past, present, and future from its heritage base to the 24-story contemporary accommodation tower. But don't take my word for it.
Welcome to Vibe Hotel Melbourne. Featuring contemporary design, the hotel is an ideal hub from which to eat, see, play or meet in the heart of Melbourne. Located at the intersection of iconic Flinders and Queen Streets, it is the perfect location to explore the city, with Melbourne's famed laneways and historic arcades all a short walk from the hotel. There is easy access to free CBD trams which stop right outside the hotel, and Flinders Street train station and Melbourne Convention and Exhibition Centre are just a short walk away. The architectural design of the building has been given careful consideration to the interconnection between past and future, with the relationship between the hotel's accommodation tower addition and the original Fletcher Jones building, originally built in 1873. Today, the original facade now houses the hotel's reception and St Mark's Road Co Cafe and Bar. As guests enter the hotel, metal accents and raw materials create a dramatic but inviting feel, plus a want to relax by the fireplace. St Mark's Road Co Cafe and Bar is open for all-day dining and has a room service menu for guests staying overnight, serving coffees in the morning, beers and cocktails in the evening, and good food, great tunes and a neighbourhood feel around the clock. It is also the perfect place for drinks, pre or post an event, and offers a range of dining options including working lunches, day delegate packages, dinner options and canapes for conference delegates. There is seating for up to 60 guests in an open plan layout. The space features an open bar area which is shared with reception on the other side. For guests who don't like to leave their health and well-being at home when they travel, we offer an in-room yoga channel, nutritious food options, and here on level 1 there is a lap pool and gym. The hotel has 206 guest rooms including 23 suites, all of which are non-smoking. There are also a number of interconnecting rooms which are subject to availability. The reticulated glass of the modern accommodation tower provide unobstructed views to the Yarra River, and thanks to the hotel's dual frontage, great city views. We are the go-to place for meetings, conferences and events that will inspire you and your guests. The hotel offers flexible meeting rooms catering from small to large, accommodating up to 100 delegates in theatre style. The hotel is also in close proximity to Melbourne Convention and Exhibition Centre. We want to give every guest that stays with us the peace of mind to know their health and well-being is our very top priority. We have developed our global Clean Touch program as our commitment to clean, to deliver hygiene protocols over and above the World Health Organisation's best practice recommendations. Thank you for watching our tour of Vibe Hotel Melbourne. We look forward to welcoming you soon. For more information, contact your account manager directly or visit vibehotels.com.
On the opposite side of the river, Adina South Bank opened this week and is a hotel with a great green heart. The 220-room apartment hotel sits at the intersection of South Bank Boulevard and City Road and boasts an edgy architectural design. But most importantly, its pioneering use of cross-laminated timber construction technology has seen the project attain new levels in sustainable design. The hotel is located less than 500 metres from the city centre and 700 metres from the convention centre. Its facilities and location make the hotel a perfect accommodation option for the corporate traveller and convention delegates visiting Melbourne, and light-filled meeting spaces to accommodate up to 80 people in theatre style.
One of our absolute favorites, the Savoy Hotel on Little Collins, has joined our portfolio of beautiful discovery hotels, each with a sense of story, place, and purpose. Centrally located in Melbourne CBD and close to several corporate headquarters, the building is ideally placed near Southern Cross Station to easily accommodate international and interstate guests. We love it because after an extensive refurbishment, the hotel has reunited with its heritage. It was the first Australian hotel equipped with en-suite bathrooms and temperature-controlled rooms and has a vibrant history of honours, events, and famous patronage. Expect 163 beautiful design guest rooms and 6 stylish yet spacious and versatile meeting rooms with natural light, bold geometric pattern carpets, linear angle pillars, and classic tray ceilings. The hotel can accommodate between 130 people in a theatre style or 320 people in a cocktail style event. Don't forget, we offer bespoke experiences from Savoy Royal High Tea with French champagne and flaming desserts to bespoke whiskey tasting and masterclass in cocktail making. Take a look. For those groups that like venues out of the city, you can go past our Bay Hotel Marysville. It's a 90-minute drive from Melbourne CBD in the forested foothills of Victoria's Great Dividing Range. The hotel offers 100 guest rooms, including 5 suites and 5 versatile function spaces to accommodate up to 300 delegates. It really is a quiet location that is perfect for making big decisions and is the perfect destination for incentive groups.
And last but definitely not the least, we are thrilled to be bringing the colorful and quirky Quincy brand into Australia early next year. This 241-room hotel on iconic Flinders Lane sits in the heart of vibrant Melbourne City. We love it because we'll be bringing the sights, sounds, and most importantly, flavors of Southeast Asia to Australia in a colorful and contemporary way. The hotel itself will feature distinctive building and interior design, 3 food experiences, a rooftop pool with views of Melbourne CBD, and exclusive club levels and lounge access. Watch this space. Thanks for your time today. What can I say? We're proud of our venues and the diversity they offer, and we'd love to do business with you.
So that's what TFE has in Melbourne. We are more than happy to take you through our hotels and do site inspections. You've got our details. I would now like to hand over to Laura from Melbourne Olympic Park. Laura?
Thank you very much. I'll just get my video started here and I'll get the presentation loaded as well. Thank you everyone for joining us today. Right, here we go. It's an absolute pleasure to be joining you all today from our workplaces, our lounge rooms, wherever it may be that I find you today. I really wanted to say thank you. And while we would all love to be doing this in person and seeing each other face to face, thank you to the Melbourne Convention Bureau for organising this webinar series. And a number of events throughout 2020 to keep us all connected. For those of you I haven't had a chance to meet yet, hi, I'm Laura Redaway. I'm the sales manager at Centrepiece at Melbourne Park. Today, what we really wanted to do was to give you the experience that everything Centrepiece at Melbourne Park has to offer. And obviously right now, the challenges that we face is how do we do that in a virtual world? So what we did is we took advantage of the gorgeous sunshine earlier this week, and we headed on site to give you an exclusive behind the scenes look at Centrepiece and the Melbourne Olympic Parks precinct. It was a hive of activity with ongoing construction happening, as well as the site preparing for a summer of events with the Australian Open Grand Slam tennis, A-League soccer and NBL all set to happen in early 2021. It was also a real highlight to see our vibrant city coming to life with people outdoors, enjoying the sunshine and making the most of our beautiful parklands and city. So what I'll do now is hit play on the piece that we put together for you earlier this week. I hope you get to see a true sense of what Centrepiece at Melbourne Park is all about and our fabulous city, Melbourne. Overflowing with natural light, open green spaces and located in Australia's premier sports and entertainment precinct, Centrepiece at Melbourne Park is the city's newest conference and event centre. Hi, I'm Laura Redaway, Sales Manager for Centrepiece at Melbourne Park. I'm excited for you to join me today as we take you on a behind-the-scenes look at this innovative and creative space. With sweeping views of Melbourne's skyline and limitless architectural design, Melbourne's newest event space is now taking bookings for 2021. Whilst the Melbourne and Olympic Parks precinct is synonymous with world-class sporting and entertainment, Centrepiece is pioneering a new era of sustainable and accessible event spaces that are quintessentially Melbourne. Spread over 3 unique levels, our venue is a powerhouse of variety. Whether you're looking to host an exclusive 1,400-person banquet or need to seat 2,000 guests in a state-of-the-art theatre, we have you covered. Our 2,000 square metre grand hall is unlike anything in Melbourne CBD. With 15 breakout spaces and 2 outdoor terraces with Melbourne's skyline views, Centrepiece at Melbourne Park is the perfect space for events in 2021 and beyond. Our paddock to plate philosophy focuses on true Melbourne-inspired culinary experiences, with locally produced seasonal menus, an on-site kitchen garden, and Victorian wines at the forefront of our food philosophy. Join me as I take you on a walking tour of the incredible surrounds of Melbourne and Olympic Park. Not only is our location in the heart of a world-class venue precinct, there are over 1,000 hotel rooms and service apartments within a 1 kilometre radius of Centrepiece, making this the ultimate event space. Centrepiece at Melbourne Park is also just a short stroll from one of Melbourne's 5-star hotels, through beautiful parklands and to the iconic MCG sporting ground. And as you can see, not only is Centrepiece very accessible, your guests will enjoy the sights of Melbourne as they arrive for your event. I'm standing here in Garden Square, one of the most photographed locations during the Australian Open Tennis Grand Slam. Centrepiece is connected to Melbourne by path, rail, car, tram and by ferry. Join me as I take a stroll through the beautiful Birrarong Maar and along Yarra River to one of Melbourne's most iconic locations, Flinders Street. In a short 10-minute stroll from Centrepiece and the Melbourne and Olympic Parks precinct, we find ourselves here in the heart of the city. When hosting your event at any of our venues, you are never far away from the action. Our team is taking bookings now and we will be open to host your event from August 2021. We can't wait to welcome you to Centrepiece at Melbourne Park. Thank you. I hope you all enjoyed that and got to see what Centrepiece at Melbourne Park is all about. As you can see, there's just so much to offer at the Melbourne Olympic Parks precinct. And Centrepiece is really the perfect addition to the largest range of event spaces that we have here in Melbourne. Melbourne Olympic Parks is really your ultimate events destination with unique spaces for all of your conferencing and social events, gala dinners and trade shows. Our location is also Melbourne's premier sporting and entertainment hub. We're surrounded by Melbourne's rich sporting history, so it's the perfect destination for creating incentive programs like no other. This year, we've been busy working behind the scenes while construction is taking place. We have a fantastic culinary project underway where we're really focusing on a paddock to plate philosophy and Victoria First produce. It's certainly a personal favourite of mine working on the culinary project. We're also working with a number of hotel partners. As I mentioned in the video, we have over 1,000 hotel rooms and serviced apartments within 1 kilometre radius of Melbourne Olympic Parks. So we're very connected to the CBD and hotels. And part of that project is working with these hotel partners to make sure that we're offering our clients the best rates and availability. We're really looking forward to getting you on site next year for site tours. Please reach out if you're interested in seeing our new spaces early in the new year. In the meantime though, our team are here and we're ready for you as you begin to plan your events for 2021 and beyond. At the moment, we're only a phone or a Zoom call away for our interstate friends. And for those of you who are based in Melbourne, we are taking advantage of recent announcements and we'd love to meet with you in our local cafes as we start to meet in Melbourne once more. Thank you again, everyone, for your time today. I'm sure there's lots of experiences that you're all having this year and can't wait till we're all able to meet face to face to begin working on these events for next year. Right now, I'm going to hand back to Joey. We'll take your questions about Centrepiece at Melbourne Park. Thank you.
Thanks, Laura. That was great. Thank you so much. Just going to... Okay, so now if you have any questions for any of the presenters today, please just let us know via the Q&A box. If you don't, that's completely fine. We will send you out everybody's details in the post email so you can easily connect directly if you have any specific inquiries for any of our presenters today. I know we just did have one question, Abby, if you just wanted to, we had a message from somebody, from somebody called Jody. So Jody, thank you. Just wanting to confirm the opening of Showtime events. I think there was a July month mentioned in your presentation. Presume that might mean that you were reopening in July and then having to close again. Is that right?
No, oh, we did previously July, yeah. So obviously, much as everybody, we were very excited to come back, and it was quite a hit for all of us when we closed down again. I'm happy to say Showtime Event Centre and all of our venues are up and running now under current restrictions. So we are doing some smaller groups and, as I said, exploring our outdoor areas. So no, you don't need to wait for us. As soon as they'll let us have you back, you're more than welcome.
Oh, thank you. Thanks, Abby. I don't think there is any other questions, which is fine. All good. Hopefully we've answered all of your questions in the presentation today. Once again, just want to say thank you very much for joining us. Please stay in contact with MCB. We are hosting these webinars on a monthly basis, featuring a range of our partners, from venues to accommodation to team building activities to all sorts of different things to really inspire you to have your event in Melbourne. So stay in contact, and we very much thank you for watching today. There will be a recording of this available so you can share with your colleagues if they're interested. Thank you so much.